Our congregation was founded in 1924 by a Holy Ghost missionary bishop called Bishop Joseph Shanahan. His passion at that time was to see that the dignity of women is upheld, and that the family is a home where the mother and the father can practice the Christian faith. Since that time, our congregation has spread. And next year, 2024, we are going to celebrate 100 years of being a congregation. As a young girl myself, I was attracted to this congregation by meeting the sisters. When I met these sisters, their welcome, their simplicity. I was only a young girl, but they were treating me like a queen. And not only myself, the other aspirants tell the same story. And I also heard the story, how these sisters stayed with our people when we had the Civil War. There were many children with kwashiorkor. Even the bombing, the shelling, the fighting didn't make them to go away. They stayed with us. Such dedication to the poorest of the poor has touched my life and continued to inspire so many other young people. So that today, our members are from Ireland, from England, from United States, from Nigeria, from Kenya, from Uganda, from Brazil, so many countries in Africa, in Europe, and in America, with the same vision of sharing God's love, of compassion, of reconciliation, particularly to the most vulnerable. And there in Kitale, I met many women who our sisters gather. You know, some of them have come with their babies, some of them are pregnant, some of them are struggling with their own families. One of the challenges we have there is that many young girls get pregnant as teenagers, and they think that their own life is ended because this happened to them. And you know what? The sisters have now begun a program where they are trying to help them to deliver their babies safely and go back to school and see that there is still a future for them. And in different other countries, similar programs are taking place. Like in Nigeria, where I visited the last time, you know, there was this road going to a village. You know, the number of kilometers is only 20, but it will take you 3 hours to go from there to that village. And after the women produce the things from the farm, they have no road to sell their thing. Do you know what? Through the empowerment, you know, this advocacy program, those women got to the parliament, you will call it here, and presented their problem and requested the government to tar that road. Would you believe it? Women from the village. Now that road is tarred, and those women can now sell their produce, and the town is benefiting from this. So these are some. And of course, the development of the faith. We have many schools for girls. And that place, not only education, I mean the intellectual education that they get, but also the moral education, preparing them as future leaders of the society. Any young girl or young woman who feels that God is calling her to consider religious life, we would welcome you and descend with you on that journey. And these are the stages. First, you come as an aspirant. That's what we call it. During that time, there will be somebody who will be accompanying you. If you're in school, we accompany you. And then after some time, if you still feel called and we still feel God is calling you, then you go to the stage of pre-candidates, we call it. At that stage, we begin to tell you a little bit about the congregation, about the Christian life, because the heart of our life is love, is reconciliation, is compassion. So we begin to expose you to deepen your own Christian faith and to know more about the congregation, how we founded. Then the next stage is what we call the candidacy. Some call it postulancy. That takes like about 2 years. And at the moment, we have a postulancy or a candidacy here in Kenya. And during that time, you come to live with us and journey with you to help you to know yourself, to know God's love in your life, and then you get to know more about the congregation and about the work we do. And we live in community. So you taste how we live in community. After that stage, then you go to the novitiate. At the moment, our novitiate is in Nigeria. And when you get there, one of the things about our congregation is that we want to tell the world that whether you're from Kenya, from Zambia, from Nigeria, from America, from Europe, that we are all one. So in that novitiate, different countries, it's an international novitiate. So you meet your mates from different countries of the world. And in the novitiate, you are introduced to a deep and personal relationship with Christ. And then from there, if you still feel called, and the congregation believes you are called, then you make first profession. All this we call basic formation. God has a destiny for you. Whether in religious life, like Holy Rosary, or priesthood, or as married person, or as a single person. Believe that God has a plan for you, no matter what. Please, don't give up. And we are here for you. We stand for you. Even if you don't feel called to religious life and you have questions, you are confused, we are here for you. You can reach us at this number that is on the screen, and we will be so happy to welcome you and to journey with you.